This is the biggest story unfolding before their eyes.
Of a UFO battle in orbit around Earth.
I believe that's 504, please.
Today's video is on the Gosford Glyphs. The footage I use in this video belongs to Callum on TikTok. We're going to dive into this incredible phenomena that is now a tourist attraction in Chirong, New South Wales. So let's jump into it. So in the areas of this national park, it is well known that Aboriginal petroglyphs are found on the rocks that date back to thousands of years. But these are totally different. Now here's Callum, the bloke that made me aware of these crazy hieroglyphs that are etched into ancient stone.
Today I'm exploring the Gosford Glyphs.
Chirong Hieroglyphs, better known as the Gosford Glyphs, is located at the top of Roy Road in Chirong. Just behind me is the entrance. There is a little dirt patch off the side of the road there that you can park. To get to the hieroglyphs, you need to walk about 950 metres down this fire trail. From what I've read online, there is around 300 Egyptian-styled carvings in these rocks down here, which is very interesting because why is there Egyptian carvings all the way in Australia?
And yes, if you're wondering, the Australian skeptics from the Australian Geographic has tried to debunk it, of course. But of course, they have no reason why they're debunking it.
For anyone wondering, it is in Brisbane Water National Park. It's just hit 2 p.m, so I kind of feel like I've come at the perfect time. The sun is just starting to set a tiny bit and it's making it feel like it's a little bit more scary. So I'm hoping that I bump into an alien. It's wishful thinking, but my hopes are high. Okay, so I've been walking for around 10 to 15 minutes. I've just reached this little fork in the road. It's kind of hard to tell it's another trail because it doesn't look like the same as the fire trail. It's a bit more dense, but you can definitely see people have been walking down it. And from what my map says, it says I need to go down that way. So I'm gonna head down that way and hopefully it's the right path. This is a view from front on. There's a Brisbane Water National Park sign there with a big tree. Hi. Am I in the right place?
Yep, just come through this way.
Oh, okay. So we made it. Here is all the hieroglyphs. Not quite sure what it says. It's been a while since I've studied ancient Egypt. You really need a good camera for this because I don't think my phone is doing this any justice.
These are hieroglyphs, not petroglyphs. Remember that.
Look at that, bro. That's a UFO. Has to be. Unless somebody's drilled holes in there. Look at the detail. Alright guys, that's it. I probably would have stayed a little bit longer, but I kind of felt like I was intruding a little bit. I wanted to let those guys enjoy the hieroglyphs to themselves. I wasn't going to stay there and read every single hieroglyph. I don't know what it even says. It was cool to see it, but I wasn't going to hang around there until the sun sets.
So there you have it, Callum showing you the hieroglyphs that are inscribed into this ancient rock. So obviously they can't be carbon dated because it's stone, but these hieroglyphs could go back thousands upon thousands of years. On top of that, the strange resemblance, almost perfect resemblance to Egyptian hieroglyphs, which is just insane because they're in Australia, miles away of course. Now, the strangest thing about Aboriginal and other Indigenous peoples that have put petroglyphs, which are more painted, but they stay for hundreds and thousands of years stained into rock. They do depict, again, these strange kind of UFO-looking crafts and alien heads that are repeated again and again throughout ancient Indigenous tribes from Australia, South America, and Europe and Africa. These small beings with these large heads and these black eyes, which completely replicate modern UFO abductee testimony of these same looking creatures that come up again and again throughout time. Some say that are us in the distant future, what we form into through our evolution. But these petroglyphs of these small beings with these big black eyes are painted everywhere. Doesn't matter what dynasty you go back to, what indigenous tribe, they all paint similar images. Even ancient religious artwork depict these kind of craft in the background. Is there a connection? Are these hieroglyphs inscribed as a joke into the rock? Will I think you'd have a hard time at doing that. It's kind of unexplained how they even would have done this. And on top of that, who did this and when was it done? All that will be unexplained. You'll get the usual skeptics from the establishment and the woke universities controlled by the WEF globalists putting out the usual narrative of debunking these strange historical markers that, again, come up over and over throughout our history that give us a glimpse into maybe pre-existing civilizations that go way back before our historical timeline that is talked about in today's day and age in establishment universities. Was there a global ancient race? Well, if you go through some of the work that Ross Coulter's been doing at News Nation, showing you these pre-ancient cultures that made these incredible megalithic structures that are made to perfection, that modern scholars say were done by ancient tools like rock and meteorite that they scraped down into a sharp edge and formed these incredible structures such as the huge statues at Easter Island and the massive megalithic blocks that are later replicated by post cultures that are replicating these massive megalithic stones that are picture perfect in diameter, that are so precise in measurement that we, with our modern tools today, cannot do. Coming back to the hieroglyphs here, it is just unexplained. You don't see hieroglyphs in Australia, full stop, let alone Egyptian hieroglyphs, which again might connect up to this pre-existing global civilization that the Egyptians stumbled on the pyramids and stumbled on this past culture that they then integrated into their religion and their way of stonemasonry and building and replicating some of these pre-ancient traditions. This might be a marker of a global civilization. Share in the comments what you think these are. Are they a hoax? Are they a pre-existing culture? Are they the indigenous aboriginals that did this? Check out our work on Instagram at Aussie UFO News and also Aussie News Now for your uncensored news for Australia.